3 weeks. Don't have a lot of people to do that with though, so embrace your quirkiness. Hi friendsies. It's like 1:36 a.m. working on homework that I procrastinated on. So happy February. It's now Aquarius season, and also it's the retrograde. This weekend has been very unproductive, and that's why I'm doing everything last minute. So I have low energy. This is hitting me hard. So hopefully you won't be dealing with anything crazy, just retrograde. Wonder when it ends. How long will this last? Let's look it up. So yeah, it's my birthday soon. It's gonna be my birthday in like 16 days. That's crazy. I'm gonna be 23. Like, it feels like so short of a timeline. Like, I'm finally gonna be 23. So the retrograde has started. The retrograde started on the 30th of January, and then it goes until the 21st of February. I'm going to read you a survival guide of the retrograde. Our first retrograde of 2021. Let's listen to what they have to say. This is by the website Shape. Well, I need to work, so I'm going to be working as well. So what they're saying, your survival guide for the first Mercury retrograde of 2021. By leaning into the lessons of retrograde in Aquarius, it's totally possible not to only survive but thrive over the next 3 weeks. Mercury is our speediest planet in the solar system, and that's true because it's the closest to the sun. Alright, so since it's in Aquarius, which is a fake sign, and I know that because I'm so fucking stubborn. Like, definitely we will see a lot of progressive actions and humanistic things. A lot of rebellion and change. Let's go. So there'll be great sense of community and manifesting a lot of individuality. Right, so the signs that will be affected will be Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio, because they're all fixed signs. Which makes sense because they're all so stubborn. For surviving, this is what they have to say. Reconnect with groups of old friends and colleagues. Don't have a lot of people to do that with though, so... Well, I do, but... Apparently, of course, you can do Zoom calls, catching up. If anyone wants to do video call, just hit me up. Or I don't know. Depends on how busy I am, so sorry. No. Next tip is to tackle passion projects and network. Bitch, we back. Network. The hell makes sense. But it's kind of scary to do it during retrograde. It's scary doing new things during retrograde because they say that you shouldn't be doing new things during this time. I've heard over the years. But it is in Aquarius, which means change. So it could be a grand opportunity for you guys to do that if you're so inclined. Next tip is to research a lot of humanitarian causes that you wish to support. That makes a lot of sense because hand in hand, humanitarian actions and Aquarius leaning towards change. So definitely kind of thing that I want to get into. It's a good tip to have, especially now that February is here. It's Black History Month, so definitely research Black creators and research progressive groups and accounts instead of just blindly going into following someone or supporting someone, supporting a brand, supporting anyone. And you don't want to go into spaces that have bad morals, support only white creators. We need diversity. This next tip is the staple of retrograde, and is to back up your electronics. And definitely you should. I should definitely make another file for this damn thing I'm working on. So apparently, since Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, or Uranus, it's obsessed with science and tech. I definitely should write down my passwords, because I always click like forget password on everything I own. And then I always forget that password that I made up. Especially with stupid Adobe, like asking what your freaking password is for every time you log into your own like cloud shit. It's so annoying. Like if you make a new password and you've used that password before, they'd be like, no. I have a bunch of passwords that I like made up mentally in my mind. Logging in is impossible for me for Adobe Cloud or whatever. So I recorded the entire video. Cut off with the like write down your passwords and shit, and make sure you check your fucking shit. What is this? My camera do this to me? Like, come on, please. The 5th tip of this article is that you need to prioritize rational thoughts. And I completely agree. Immediate reactions towards anything leads to a terrible, terrible, terrible time. As an Aquarian, I rationalize thoughts by asking people that I'm closest with, you know, how should I think? Or I explain the situation and I get their input because they know me the most. You watching, you know who you are. And then in my head, I, think about different possibilities that could come out of my reaction or my choice that I choose to react with. If that makes sense. It takes a lot of thought to go in it, but not too much thought, because overthinking is bad. But as an Aquarius, I know that emotion and logic is so hard to balance whenever you make a decision. Initial reactions, they always mess you up. What I've learned is writing down your thoughts really help. So journaling, I need to start journaling again. It really helped me get through a lot of times and helped me make a lot of decisions. So I would definitely recommend journaling. Another ways to rationalize thought is just to realize that they are thoughts. One of the ways you can rationalize your thoughts definitely is to think, this is a thought. Something that pops up in your head, just beginning with, this is a thought about blah blah blah. And that definitely has helped a lot. It's just a nice way to not freak out. 6th tip is to embrace your quirkiness. And I totally agree with that. Like, who wouldn't want to hang around with someone who's fucking boring? Because I've had situations like that.
The shade of it all.
It just makes my blood like so hard to communicate with those kind of people. How you could be so boring. If you're boring, you need to step it up. Like, why are you acting this way? You need to ask yourself that question. In the past, I've definitely been more shut off. It took me a longer time to express myself. Yeah, in the past, I was more inclined to go with the flow and try and be with the popular people. I never was comfortable. I never was confident in myself because of that reason. I always was so quiet, and whenever someone talked to me, I like freaked out because I wasn't so sure with myself. And at that age, definitely during middle school especially, I wasn't fully aware of what I was completely. And it does take experience. Like, you do have to put yourself out there and actually live your life to fully know who you are and not be some sheep, and so to say. And I definitely was a sheep. What really helped me was to just acknowledge that I won't be one of the popular people, or I never would have been, because that's just not my thing. Can't always be like that. So I fully embrace being weird. Just having my own unique style and own unique way of thinking, and honestly, fuck rules. Because I said fuck rules, and now I'm fine. Acknowledging that you can't compare yourself to everyone is very important. And I used to compare myself to a lot of people so much, and now I just am trying so hard just not to. It's just so poisonous if you do compare yourself to others. So to go along with the topic, you definitely should embrace the hobbies that you find joy in. Try and find styles that are new to you. Following niche sort of fashion is always fun for me. And always changing up everything. I never stick to one thing ever. And that's because I get very bored easily. I don't know if you guys get that too, but I get bored super easily. So, one of the reasons why Aquarius are so unique is because we're the least common sign. I meet so many people who are born in September, October, November, December. Little old us, who is an Aquarius. That was the list. Hopefully, while we are experiencing this retrograde, we definitely need to stop being stuck in our ways. Petey! 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 Petey, very so loud. Petey. Shh. 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 Petey. Shh. Anyways, I will talk through the meowing. Petey, shh. Hey. Quiet there, little lady. Being so fucking loud. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I hope during this retrograde we can all grow, evolve as people, and we can eventually contribute to a better world. We definitely need that nowadays. So I hope you enjoyed the tips that I read from Shape's article, and hopefully you learned something. If not, then I hope you enjoyed my rambling. I hope that fellow Petey! And I hope that fellow Aquarians, you are enjoying the season. And I hope that you have a great birthday. And also happy Black History Month. I will see you guys next time. I hope that you are staying safe and healthy because we are in a pandemic. Alright. Bye bye.